Hi, my name's Jennifer Todd, and welcome to my summary of learning. Going into ECS210, I didn't really know what to expect from the class. I do enjoy ECS classes because I feel like I learn a lot in them, and everything I learn I will be able to take with me as I continue on in my journey of becoming a teacher. ECS210 taught me many new things that I was able to make connections to in everyday life as well as my other classes. One of the first things I remember Mike mentioning to us in class was that you get what you put into the course. Now, reflecting on my time in the class, I truly have to agree with this. I'm not going to lie, there were times that I wasn't fully engaged in class, but when I was fully engaged, I was able to connect so many things to what I was learning in that class, whether it meant my other classrooms, practicum experience, or everyday life. However, when I wasn't engaged in class, I definitely noticed a difference. I just had a harder time writing blog posts and even doing assignments and connecting them back to the class. One of the first things we started discussing in ECS210 was curriculum. My thoughts on curriculum before were pretty boring. Like a lot of people, I think, I thought it was just a simple document that helped teachers in the classroom, and it was given to us by the Ministry of Education, and I was sure that the government had something to do with it. After taking this class, I learned that the curriculum is so much more than just a document. Yes, there are outcomes and indicators that students should be able to reach with their teacher's guidance. However, curriculum can be thought of in any situation, in or outside of school, in a group or not in a group, part of a specific culture or part of many cultures. Something else for myself to keep in mind is that as teachers, we can still teach students things that are not specifically in the curriculum, which I didn't really think about this before, but I believe that it's beneficial because it would supplement students' learning and allows students as well as teachers to make the connections between the curriculum and outside of it. The curriculum critique was one of our assignments we were required to do in ECS 210. I chose to do mine on grade 9 math. Now, I was shocked to notice that there was a lack of First Nations and treaty education involved in this part of the curriculum. After seeing there's next to no First Nations and treaty education involved in the grade 9 mathematics curriculum, I was unsure of what to think or do. But I thought of something after the class Curriculum as Numeracy and reading the required article for that class. After reading Teaching Mathematics in the Inuit Community, I was able to learn different ways that the Inuit community teaches and learns mathematics. I then thought, why not infuse these ways into the curriculum? I believe infusing these different ways of learning mathematics would be beneficial for all students. It allows them to see different perspectives from different cultures, and it allows them to see different approaches. This would also allow them to use whatever approach works best for them. Claire Kruger came into our class to speak. She mentioned that students do enjoy treaty education. This is just yet another reason why we should be teaching and have treaty education in our classes. I want my students to get the experience I was not able to have with treaty education, and I'm going to strive to make this happen. Something that I was able to reflect on after I was done was my teaching philosophy paper. I chose to write about Nell Noddings because one of her philosophies is to create caring relationships between students and teachers. This is important to me because looking back on my education experiences, I remember teachers I didn't have caring relationships with in a bad way, and I also recall not doing very well in their classes. Looking back on my education experiences with teachers who did have a caring relationship with me, I always enjoyed going to their class. I did well in their class, and I just really liked the teacher. And I like having those memories of them, and I want my students to have memories like that with me. I was able to reflect on my philosophy of creating a caring relationship with students outside of this class. Specifically in my ECS 200 volunteer placement, I was actually at a daycare, and I got to see how those teachers and daycare leaders create caring relationships with the kids there. And those relationships in the daycare made me question what makes them stop. Because in my opinion, I don't think they should. Those relationships should grow over time. Obviously, as children get older, relationships develop. But I believe it's really important that we continue those relationships all the way through school. You can see there are many things I learned through ECS 210 that I will carry with me throughout my journey of becoming a teacher. Thank you.